Abusia yemo akwaba emfa emla Accra High Court ni nyina about application injunction ex-Abusuapanin de baaye se wonyade a obenya obi abenya konya etimi ayusu delay that rumba enema etimi aye bibi one particular thing na omo hwe se celebration of life ananka omo pese omo ye ada no ada na ebepie mu ewo ha ema judge no etimi edi case no kopie mu ene 23rd of April 2026 nenti ene na Abdulwayi Pomakwan ma judge no betrase na watimi edi no rule no etimi ababonte ede bade na ye hwehwe ede bade na bekoso ene uram dia na ye maame Akosua Serwaa anase defendant no omo lawyers no enyakonya etimi arrive na afenso no evangelist Papa Shee ono so etimi aba bepiem aha ye hwe ni mo se ex-Abusuapanin Tupac ne lawyers no so ebekokode aba ba so far since ya omo bie entrance no de enya de a yehu se ex-Abusuapanin ne lawyers no etimi akokode epiem ewa ha enti e watwe mu se either so mafa back door anaso mo fa back door ne de egosi ne no enya de a me manwu se ex-Abusuapanin Tupac ne lawyers no etimi apie ewa Accra High Court a ye watwe mu rule bi e beba bonti bia na ebehwe na ye nyakonya etimi edi abrel platform so entine tanu kuchu na afen so subscribe ya channel no eman ene asem no de awusia enya ageta
Lord God Almighty is in control. He's always in control. Yeshua Mashiach is in control. So we believe in him so much. So continue to pray and then trust him. Put all your trust in the Lord. May the Lord God Almighty bless you. We are praying to the Lord.
Good morning, Ghana Police. Meaning say week way, I will be an annoying and a persistent pet. Do you know why? Because send a jina to say ye pese ye who what kill Lumba. I know Musimunti be that you are trying to throw a whole injustice to ya see a pen who ye pese ye who no creno. Ah, no cry ye pen who into Akosua a car abetu nimpatriso. What is her crime? The crime in the say. Or say, Nipa ne was celebrating no, Ninchayansa oh no. Or your first suspect. Ebin see that. As only the same thing that repeated itself our America. So yeah, one social media no so say ye follow case na about Ashley and the boyfriend, Joe Markin. Moko Tanzania, holidays. Bema ni proposal to girl no. The next day, ni parent eje enya phone caller. Almost a mobile bana eden. Wow. Ebusiafo say they don't buy that excuse that the boyfriend came to tell them. Therefore, do you know what? He is the first suspect. And our first suspect name called Dancheyo. Almost a mope autopsy. The same autopsy a bring poma. Say ope. Because Ninia Bana Yesu, Ninia Bema now. Yesu were free mo. And perfume no montiasi, on tiasi, on tina wasi. Nto pese omoye autopsy na unhono. Amo si brimpomaye ni pabonini. Brimpomaye bayfo no. Adanya. Opese unhu ade eku ni nuanu because 3 days before omobe announce ni nuanu wuo no. Oni ni nuanu kasaye. The same thing ena maame no so eka. Or say Ashley can never commit suicide. On to me that because neba no ne kasaye before sa report no. Mo de mama yentie case no. Me pese me video no nyesa TikTok will strike my video down. Nti mo de muntie kakra. Na mo hu sa asem na yete ha ye ka no. Nyesa dan bi na yabo. Every citizen, every concerned citizen has a right to know the cause of a celebrity, a loved one, death. Okay? And then you say,
all right, this is an article from the BBC, which is one of the most renowned outlets. Okay, if they print something, you know it's facts. Okay.
Okay.
Now, they are saying in this article, Zanzibar police chief told the BBC that the couple were reported to have a misunderstanding, prompting the hotel management to separate them and put them into different rooms. Keep in mind, this is what the police told the BBC.
Okay.
Now, this is what is most important here in this long article. But in a statement to the BBC, the hotel did not confirm details of the case given by the police. Now, listen. We have told you in the past 2 or 3 videos how lax the police are in Zanzibar, in Tanzania.
Okay.
How easily they're paid off. Government officials. We told you that people from Africa have been telling us that. That's not coming from me, somebody who's North American. We're telling you there, and that's known. You can Google that.
People in Africa.
If the police are telling the BBC something, and the BBC goes back to the hotel management and says, can you collaborate this? And they said, no, we're not saying anything. We cannot collaborate that. That is telling you that the hotel knows that the police are not giving the BBC correct information. We have known since the beginning that there's something that we're not being told that's correct. We know that there's some sort of cover-up. Is it a cover-up from the police? Is it a hotel staffer? Is it Joe McCann? Y'all know I think it's Joe McCann. I think most of you do. But we know that there's some sort of cover-up here because the first story came out where she did this to herself, and then after Joe was being investigated, now we know he's being held. This is proof. Now, the hotel staffer is saying his own story, but the only person that has been consistent throughout this whole entire ordeal is the hotel. They are very, very limited in the information they're coming out with. For now, somebody who's been covering this case from the beginning, if you ask me, the only people that has been giving out consistent information is the hotel management. Not the staffer, not Joe, and not the police. And now we have the BBC confirming that. Now, let's go on to the autopsy report, which, once again, is very, very suspicious, and once again, coming from officials that could be easily paid off. An autopsy has now been completed in the unaliving of influencer Ashley Janae, but her family says the most critical answers remain out of reach.
Okay.
The update marks a significant step in the unaliving investigation, yet it has done little to ease the growing frustrations surrounding the case. Her father, Harry Robinson, told TMZ he recently traveled to Washington, D.C. in an effort to push U.S. officials to help establish communication with authorities in Tanzania, where his daughter was unalive. That reach out appeared to yield progress. Robinson said officials were able to make contact and the family was informed the autopsy was completed Tuesday. However, the relief was short-lived. The family has still not received the results. Why? Why can't the family, I understand not the public, but why can't the family get the results? Robinson, Ashley's father, says they have only been told the investigation...
Moncho, somewhere yasi yenti bidan. Baby, I sank a Ghana police and I said Tanzania police. I'm on final reference saying results. And I saw more reports into whether a Ghanaian citizen, man been papa on pole, yeah, can no. And so family ways to say Debbie. Even though the police have given the version, they don't buy it. Omo person who you omo autopsy. Ghana way, autopsy is not a crime to request. You go no wrong to request for autopsy. autopsy kakra na munti bi da na Brimpoma be bie mo eye about the word autopsy. Yam say be madano. Muntie, the same incident has happened. Nta ma de place musu muntie bi. Na ye fa indicate ye ho. We should push passion away and start learning. 21st century na ye wono. We should start learning. Please. Obi ka cho se suade a na oni watem. Muntie biom.
Remains ongoing, leaving them in a holding pattern as they await the full report to determine their next steps. Once again, very, very limited information or confusing information coming out of Tanzania.
Okay.
Police giving information that can't be confirmed by the hotel. This is the police. Why can't the hotel confirm what the police are saying? And we have U.S. officials coming in, making sure that there's an autopsy, but I'm not sure if the U.S. officials can make them release it. There's still control that a country will have. A U.S. official can come in, I'm going to oversee, I'm going to make sure, but they can't make the rules in another country. So it looks to me, just my own theory, that Joe, his power and his money, which I'm going to show you later on, seem to still be holding up, even though we have an autopsy report and even though we have police reports. Now let's go over to the press conference where I'm going to add more fuel to this crazy fire. Take a listen.
First autopsy has been done by the police. Okay? And the family, they say no. They want to do their own autopsy. It is a Brimpoma say. Ebusuapanin oprega your autopsy. No say on Jim Tum. Or person one year new autopsy. She hasn't requested big thing. It's not a crime. It's her own right to do 50,000 autopsies to be satisfied before the body will be buried. Ghana for Mama Yinsia. Now the past Ashley case no about the right time. About right time to just give an insight of the cry of Brimpoma. May that celebrate.